All right, so this is the part 2 of our granny square dress. This is the assembly video, and we are going to start assembling this granny square on this side here. So what we're going to do is we're going to start right here, and we're going to do 3 double crochet clusters in each of these spaces right here, all the way up to this part here. Okay, so I took my stitch marker out of this corner space right here, and we're just going to place this back here. We're going to grab our yarn and our 5mm hook. We're going to insert it into that chain 3 corner space. We're going to add our yarn, pull it through, and then we're going to chain 3. 1, 2, and 3. This does count as 1 double crochet. So now we'll add 2 double crochets into this same chain 3 corner space. 1 and 2. So there's your first 3 double crochet cluster. Now we're going to add 3 double crochets clusters into each of these until we get to our stitch marker over here. So we'll do 1 double crochet, 2 double crochet, and 3 double crochet. And then we'll move on to this little space with 3 double crochet into that space. 1, 2, and 3. And then we keep going into these little spaces in between those 3 double crochet spaces. 1, 2, and 3. 2 and 3. And let me just double check how many we're going to do. So we did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So we'll do this 7 times. This is number 6. 1 double crochet, 2 double crochets, 3 double crochets, and then last time I'm going to remove my stitch marker. 1, 2, and 3. All right, and then we're going to fasten off, and we're going to cut our yarn, close it up, and then we'll weave in this end over here. So we're only going to do 1 row, because if I do 2, then we're going to make this like a large, a size fitting a large. So now we're going to we're going to leave this alone. I'll weave in this end. Actually, let me just weave it in now before I forget, because y'all know how I be about weaving my ends in. All right, we flip this over and are moving on to the other side of the other panel. And we're going to start here. We're still doing like the chain 3 corner space, just to let you know. And it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's just on the other panel. And so I'm going to take this stitch marker out. We're going to do this backwards now. So we're going to start here and then end here at the chain 3 corner space. Whereas on the last one, we started here and ended here. So insert our hook and then grab our yarn. Same thing, chain 3. That chain 3 is counts as a double crochet, and then we'll do 2 more double crochets into this space right here. 1 and 2, and then it goes 3 double crochet, 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 3 double crochet. So we'll do this 6 more times. So we'll just keep it going. Same thing we did on the other side. we've gotten to our last part. So right here we're at the last three, the chain 3 corner space, and we're going to do 3 double crochet. 1, 2, and 3. We're going to fasten off. We're going to cut a long tail. So we'll probably cut it about this long because I like to be extra sure that I have enough yarn while I connect. So I'll be right back. I'm going to show you guys where we're at. All right. So on this side, this is what we've got so far. So we did that extra row on both sides. And now we're going to flip this inside out. And then we're going to connect these together with this strand right here of yarn. So we'll connect these together and I'll show you how to do that next. Okay, so it's kind of hard to see because of the color of the yarn, but you kind of want to align your stitches together on both sides. And I'll try my best to show you like exactly where to put your needle, but it goes through, here's this first stitch right here, and then it goes through both loops, and then go through both loops of the other side, and then pull through. I go through both loops just because I feel like it makes my work more sturdy. And then, oh, you align right here. You go through both loops there, both loops there. I don't know if you can really see that. I'm trying, guys. Then you pull through. And then you just keep going through this process until you get to the end of, you get to right here. Then once you get there, you just tie it off, cut your yarn, close it, and then you weave in your ends. So I will meet you back here, but it's just the same thing. Like, you go through both stitches and make sure that you try to align your stitches as much as you can. And then I'll be back when I'm at the end. Okay, so we're right here at the end. We're going to insert our hook into that those last stitches right there. And then from here, we're just going to insert my hook, and then I'm just going to tie it off. And then, tie it off. What? I don't know what happened. And then cut our yarn and weave in our ends, and then we're going to do the same thing to the other side. I'll be right back. All right, I just weaved in my end, and this is what it'll look like on the back. And we're gonna flip it over because then we're gonna do the same thing to the other side. And this is what it looks like on this side. So you added a couple more inches just by doing those 2 rows. And then we're going to do the other side where it's the 3 double crochets in each little slit up until we get to here, which would be 7 3 double crochet clusters. You do that on both sides, and then you turn it inside out, and then you connect both sides together where you insert your needle through both stitches, and you keep going through and through and through until you're done. You fasten off, cut your yarn, close it, weave in your ends, and then you're finished with that side. So I'm going to get to doing this side, and then I'll be back with you. All right, so we just finished the sides of our dress here. This part right here, these are our sleeves where our arms go through. And so now we're going to do the head part, or the shoulders. We're going to close this part up here so that this is where your head goes through, so it's not so wide and doesn't fall off your shoulders. So we're going to grab our royal yarn. We're going to grab our tapestry needle. And then we're going to start on this side here at the chain 3 corner spaces right here. And we're going to kind of do like the same thing, connecting them. So I'll take this stitch marker out, and then we'll start at the chain 3 corner space, and let me put my yarn in my needle like so. Okay, and then we're just going to start from it's kind of hard to see, but we're going to start right here and right here like so, and you go through both stitches on your stitch. Go through both loops in your stitches, I should say. So there. I'm sorry if it's kind of hard to see, but I hope you kind of get the gist of like where I'm putting my yarn through. So, and there. All right. And then we're going to continue the process all the way until we get to this stitch marker. And just try to get your stitches even. Like so. Oops. Oh, hello. All right. Take the stitch marker out. And then go through your last stitch. Like so. And see how it's closed. Then you're going to put your yarn through. You're going to close that part up. You're going to cut your yarn on this side and make sure that on this side over here, hold on, this side is open. You haven't fastened it off yet. So take your tapestry needle, put your yarn through here, and tie this side off too. Make sure you tie that side off as well. And then you just start weaving in your ends. When I weave in my ends, I kind of just go wherever, back and forth as much as I can. Oops. And then we're going to do the same thing for the other side. There we go. Cut. And then, yeah, okay, I was correct. I was like, uh-oh. And then we'll do the same thing for this side. Just weave in our ends. All right, cut our yarn. Ta-da. And then we do the exact same thing for this side here. And we did, I'm sorry if I didn't tell you, you go 1, 2, 3, and 4. I think I showed you this earlier in the video, but I just wanted to make sure I reminded you guys. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So we're going to start here this time. Where did we end? We ended at the beginning of this one. So we're going to start right about here and then go across. Make sure that you tie off both ends and then weave in your ends as well, and I'll be back. All right, so we just connected our shoulder part. This is where our head goes. We're going to turn this right side out. And this is what we have so far. So let's put it on Marge the mannequin and see what it looks like. Here she is on Marge the mannequin. We're just about ready to start the skirt part for our granny square dress. This is what the side looks like. If you want to close this up a little bit more, you're more than welcome to. This is just my preference, but look how cute that is. Oh my gosh. Yes, and this part is perfect right here. I was afraid I didn't do enough, but we did. So now we're going to start with the skirt part. It's super simple. Let's just get that out of the way and make this only a 2-part series. So we're now going to start on the skirt of the dress. So we're right here. This is where your head goes. This is your shoulder. These are your sleeves here. And now we're going to start on the skirt down here. And we're going to start with the cream color, because that's the next color. And we're going to start it off in the corner. We're going to start it off in this corner space, like right here. Right here. And it doesn't really matter where you start, but I like to start right there. So we're going to insert our hook into that chain 3 corner space. We're going to grab our yarn, our cream color. This is actually called ivory. We're going to grab our yarn, pull it through, chain 1, chain 2, and chain 3. And remember, this counts as a double crochet, and we're just going to do these 3 double crochet clusters in each of these spaces. So this already counts as 1 double crochet. We're going to do 2 more double crochet in that same chain 3 corner space. 3. And now we're going to move on to this space, and we're going to do 3 more double crochet. 1, 2, and 3. And then on to the next one, 3 double crochet. 1, 2, and 3. And then we'll do 1 more. 1, 2, and 3. So you go all the way across doing the same thing until you get to like this space right here, which is where we connected our granny squares. And when we get to this space, I'll come back and I'll show you guys what we do. All right, so we're at that part almost where we hit the spaces where we connected our granny squares. So we have this piece right here still, so we're going to do 3 double crochet. 1, 2, and 3. And now we're just going to skip this whole part right here, and we're going to do 3 double crochet into that next space. 1, 2, and 3, like so. And then you just keep going. 1, 2, and 3. So that's what it'll look like. And then you just keep going around until you reach the end of your round, and then I'll meet you back when we get to here. All right, so we've reached the end of our round, and what we're going to do is we are going to insert our hook into that 3rd chain that we started with, and we're just going to slip stitch. We're going to fasten, cut, and close our yarn. And that will be the end of our first round of our skirt. So this is the first round of our skirt here. And then we're going to move on with the toasted almond color, and then we just continue on with this color pattern that we've been doing down our skirt, and we just continue with the three double crochets in these little spaces the rest of the rounds. So I will be back after I do these next 1, 2, 3, 4 colors, and I'll show you what we have so far. I also forgot to mention to make sure that you weave in your ends as you go, or else you will regret every second of it. All right, we've now completed 10 rounds of the skirt of the dress. So this is where we had ended the last part of the video. And now we went all the way down to here. This is what it looks like so far. So I'm assuming we'll probably do like 20 more rounds, maybe. I'll have to take account. I'll give you an exact number, but this is what we have so far. It just looks like a longer top, but it's so cute. So I'll be making more of these, and then I'll come back with an almost finished dress. I had to stop and get more yarn for the dress. And now I don't know if it's brown or cinnamon. Now I'm questioning my whole video. We're gonna get both just in case. We're gonna be safe. And I'm probably gonna get more yarn because it's 30% off week. All right, guys, she is completed. Here she is in all her glory. This is the granny square dress. She's a beaut. Like I said, you can make this dress as long or as short as you would like. You can add I usually add like a shell stitch at the bottom, and sometimes I'll add like a ruffle sleeve to these, but I just wanted to keep this one plain and simple for the tutorial, and I will add a tutorial for a ruffle sleeve and some shell stitch at the bottom if that's something that you would like to see. But I want to thank you for watching this part 2 tutorial, and I hope you like, comment, subscribe, and share. Any feedback is welcome as long as it's not being a Rudy Tooty. So, but look at how beautiful that is. Hold on. Perfection. The colors are beautiful together. So with that being said, it's all love here at the Happy Hookers Closet, and I hope to talk to you guys soon. Bye.